everyone. Today we're visiting either a good park or a bad thing. We're visiting Six Flags America for my first and last time here, most likely. So as you know, the park closes November 2nd, will be the last day ever of operation. So today we're here to come to this park, check it out, see how it is. Already going to say that Superman and Batwing are supposedly closed for this visit, so we're gonna miss those two, which are the two major credits, and it would be a huge disappointment. But there's still so much, and we have to check out this whole park to see how it is before, they turn it to Firebird. So let's go into the park. So already heading in, you can see that this park kind of has a good front entrance, I would say. Probably the best front entrance of all the parks. As you can see, we got a fountain over there. And we got this nice pathway. Over there is the main entrance with all this. We got the Flash Pass headquarters. And we got all these stores. It's kind of actually a really nice entrance for them to make here. So far, first impressions, I think it's actually kind of beautiful, this entrance. A little small, but still really good looking. This place we're going is the food. Because, you gotta get food. And when you have a dining plan, you gotta get food. So let's see how the food is. This is the food court as soon as you enter. I'll show you a little bit later. So here's the Grand Theater. To the left, I don't know what there is, but I see Roar. To the right, we're gonna head over to Raging Cajun. I almost forgot that. We checked out the food here, and it was actually, I would say, pretty decent. So good job, Six Flags. I'm so proud of you. So first coaster is gonna be in the Mardi Gras section. Okay. Excuse me, it's gonna be Raging Cajun. So got a bit of a 10-minute line. You can see it over there. Supposedly this may be like the craziest spinning coaster, like one of the craziest spinning wild mouse, but let's go see. Is it actually that crazy? So I just got on Raging Cajun, the internet, and I think that was probably one of the most insane wild mouse. So at the beginning, I would say it's very simple compared to any other wild mouse. Definitely very comfortable. There are no trims. But after you go through the last few ones, that's when the spinning goes crazy. I actually hit myself to the train several times, hitting myself. So that was insane. And it seems like it doesn't really need to be like unbalanced. Like a lot of spinning wild mouse, you gotta get him unbalanced, so it's really good. This one, it seemed like even if there were 4 people, like almost all the same weight, they would still go crazy. So it's a really, really good wild mouse. Probably a hidden gem here. So I just made it off Wild One, and I would say that's a really good winning coaster. So I would say it's a little bit kind of rough, but it's more of a shimmy on the train. A lot of people talked about this on Top World 2 when it first opened, that it kind of had a little shimmy. It kind of feels like that. It's not like, it kind of shakes your head a little bit around because the whole train jolts. There's a part where it almost seems like it passes like through like some structure of the boat ride. Really, really good airtime. There are some airtime hills that are but there are some that actually give good ejectors. So I would say this is probably one of the better old wooden coasters. I still would take Giant Dipper over it because, Giant Dipper is so amazing. But this, right now, is technically the oldest operating coaster in the United States. So and soon it'll be, I don't know, it'll be a roller coaster at Lagoon. Once this gets burned to the ground, you know, all for sale, all for sale. Next up to Gotham City to find Joker's Jink, because that is the only coaster operating on the Gotham City side of the park. We have the sad little fountain, and as we keep going, that's where you enter Gotham City, which will only have Joker's Jink as the only operating coaster, like I said. So there's Superman will not be operating today, so as we missed that, but we did ride the clone at Darien Lake. So look, we found Flight of Fear. Oh my goodness, but why they painted green and it's outside? What they do to it? What they do to my Flight of Fear? But here we go on Joker's Jink.
Thank God who owes me hot Cheetos. And my assistant will take that very, very easy. You owe me. Don't remember that.
That's fun. Guess what? We got one train up, so once this train comes back, we're gonna have to wait until it finishes cycle to get on. But you know, such is life. Six Flags America. Let's go. Joker's Jink is not better than Flight of Fear. Yes, there's no big horse break run to slow you down. But I still think Flight of Fear, at least the way King's Dominion, is still better than that ride. Good ride, but honestly, I think I would say I like Wild One better. I think it was a better overall ride, so surprisingly, I thought I would like Joker's Jink. Or Batwing or Superman if, you know, in the background, they actually open, so yeah. The other Woody here, Roar. Let's see if it's actually good. Let's go check it out. Hopefully it's not gonna beat our brains. See right now, all you see is so I got on Roar, and I'm gonna say, you can kind of tell it was before they reached the greatness that was Gold Striker, because some of those twisted hills like give you like a quick pop and then they turn. This one is kind of like, it does do that, just like Gold Striker. Gold Striker, when you go up to a turn, it's a quick pop and turn. Any of those straight airtime hills though give no airtime, so they messed up with the airtime hills, but they did right twisted airtime hills. So I don't know how that happened. It felt a lot that it wasn't really, there was a lot of jitters to the side, so you felt like you were shaking like this. Probably third best in the park, because there's still some good airtime moments, but I would, one and done. I'm done with this for now, and forever, most likely. All right, the last area we need to find is Steamtown, and of course they have the SOC that's called Professor Screamore Skywinder. This is actually kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of the front entrance of all these buildings that lead absolutely to nowhere though. You have the newest attraction here, new for 2023, Steamwhirler, for Six Flags America, so at least they get something. And Screamore, so we're gonna go check out Screamore, and hopefully we also don't die on it, so. A lot of coasters you don't want to die here. Hey, already I'm gonna say that this is probably the best looking SLC. It looks really good with the maroon supports and then kind of brownish, yellowish color for Professor Screamore Skywinder. I got it right. And we go, hopefully our heads don't get smashed. But it actually does look really good. Imagine if this had water in it, like Mind Eraser. It looks a really good coaster. Probably best looking coaster here. But it's an SLC, so it's garbage gonna be, so. Screamore. Skywinder. Go ahead. So, this ride, awful. Although it looks actually kind of beautiful with the new colors and with the trains, it's not like Mind Racer at Darien Lake has this like a little shuffle, but this, it's really bad. I can't imagine how it would have been with the old trains. It reminds me almost of a flight deck, and it was really bad. And also, they're kind of short, so your legs are kind of cut off, especially if you have longer legs, so then they kind of make a burn there. And it's so bad that you made people throw up. They made 2 people on the same row in the same seat. They both threw up. So now the ride is down because they're cleaning it. So that's how bad this ride is, and 1 train up. So yep, awful ride. Don't get on this. Really don't. It's not something like how a lot of changes, like I heard at New England, Riddler's Revenge used to be really bad. Like Mind Race to Riddler's Revenge, that was a huge transformation. But this is awful. Don't ride it. Even with those new trains, it's still awful. I can't imagine how it would have been with the old trains. So don't ride it at all costs. Me and Annette both like rapids, and so we're just gonna get on the rapids.
Mostly I like rapids.
Yeah. So while they're cleaning that, we could throw water over there, right? I'm so smart, right?
No.
We throw the water and we put it
With
here.
less than one.
Do you want to tell them the story about Screamore?
Don't get on it. How wouldn't we see that on?
No, what did I do to you?
He tricked me.
I said it was so smooth, and like they fixed it, and it was like one of the smoothest SLCs. And then she gets on it, and at the top, I'm like, hey, this ride actually sucks, and it's gonna be god awful. So you go have fun with it, and yeah. Rapid ride though. So we got on the rapid ride, and I'm gonna say right away, if it's a hot summer day, you don't want to ride that because it's just gonna make you want to get more wet because it doesn't actually spray you. There's no geysers or anything. It's kind of just a fast ride that goes through, and so it actually doesn't do much. I didn't even get wet. Like I just barely got wet on my legs, and I brought sandals instead of wearing shoes for this. So yeah. Meh. It's a meh rapids ride, but still okay. Especially on days today where it's kind of windy, it's not actually hot. It's actually good for the rapids to be like this, so then you're not like soaking wet, but you still get like the thrill of a rapids ride. So, but it was still fun.
I want that one.
We found dinner.
Who is we? This is my pet. His name's Daryl. And that one named Timmy.
It's great, but they're dinner.
No, they're not dinner. You don't even like fish that.
It's Firebird time. So no one else wants to get on it because they don't trust me because I tricked the net saying the SLC was good, but it's an SLC, so it's awful. Garbage. Maybe Firebird will be better, but who knows? Firebird could be god awful, but that's what we're gonna go find out. Hey, at least it's got a short line. They do got 1 train off, but that's Six Flags America for you. Hey, did I just realize that's a skull? So what's the point of this? Because the like wild one just kind of goes, and there goes Firebird, the smoothest B&M in Maryland. You heard that right, the smoothest and the only B&M in Maryland. Soon to be no B&M in Maryland. So actually, kind of can't hear me. It kind of looks actually really pretty. It's probably one of the best looking B&Ms. Really good colors, but probably is gonna be god awful. So I hope it's smooth. I hope it's forgiving. Hopefully. Saying Firebird is rough because Firebird is probably one of the smoothest coasters here. I would say that, Wild One, and Raging Cajun. We haven't gone on Great Chase. That's the last one we need. those are, and Superman and Batwing, but out of the ones I've ridden here at least, this is the smoothest, okay? Who is saying this is rough, it's painful? I would say it's pretty forceful for what it is. For being the first B&M, I think it's one of the better, and I think it's a really good coaster. I think the haters are just gonna hate. They're just a bunch of wimps who can't deal with the little rattle. I would say Roar right over there is much rougher. Wild One is a little more rougher. Probably everything in this park is just a little more rougher because it's so good. That vertical loop gives forces, that little helix. Yeah, no headbanging. So if you hear people saying like, oh, it's a rough coaster, you know, just don't skip it. And they're like, no, it's actually probably one of the best coasters here. So whoever saying that is a wimp. So you suck. Look, everything's for sale. They already sold the 6 from Six Flags. So there's no 6. It's C Flags. It's actually S Coke Flags. So that's actually what it is. So my bad, guys, my bad. So before I go and go on a ride, I want to thank the staff here, because the staff here, even though there's only not even 3 months left of operation in this park left in it, and it will be bulldozed, and it's not a great park, they're at least still trying to get everyone amped. They're like, are you excited to ride? Is this your first time? So shout out to the ride ops, because many of them are getting pumped for the ride. While I feel like in parks, I'm not gonna name Darien Lake, there was none of that. So at least here they're humping you up and they're getting you excited. And also the sun is out, so at least also that's a pro. It's time for the net to drive on the antique cars. You suck at driving.
No, I don't. This is harder.
New section will now always be called the Nets Driving School.
Hi, are you enjoying the ride?
We're gonna crash. You actually suck at driving, the net. You stopped, so you were stopping too early and then you stopped too far. You kind of suck. So we got on Great Chase, and it's a clone. It's just a Zamperla power coaster, but why is that has so much jank to it? So going up the lift, so if you're towards the back rows, you'll get a sudden jolt every time you're going up. Then there's the last turn, you're always going, everyone's head turns to the right and then turns to the left. And then on the brakes, all of a sudden everyone jolts forward, and that's kind of like, did you get that?
I don't know what's going on.
Because she's slow. It's because her driving, kind of like messed her head, so she's not gonna be in the video anymore because she's driving like her head, so because she's an awful driver. So now we're gonna go to Hurricane Harbor. My first Hurricane Harbor. We're not actually gonna go and get wet. We're just gonna go and we're gonna look, just because this will be the first time and the last time we'll ever see it, so might as well. So hey, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! I'll report you to the police about your driving skills. You are too young to drive. America. If you can't tell from my hair, we did end up going to Hurricane Harbor and actually got on things. We went on their half pipe, tornado, the weird tube slide. We went on the water coaster, and so I will say for the amount of space they got to work with, that's a really good water park. We went on their lazy river, which is huge. It's probably the same size as the one at Carowinds, except that one goes around halfway, while this one's kind of almost like a U shape. So, yeah, but it's still a really good water park, and honestly, I think it's making me appreciate the park more. And I'm running to get on Wild One. It's 6:48, and I have a few minutes, and I want to try to get footage of Joker's Jink, try to get on Wild one more time at least, because this probably be the last time, unless we come back one more time, but most likely will be the last time, and I don't think Wild One will get relocated, so might as well run to Wild One. I ran, and I made it on time. We got 10 minutes till the park closed, but they take 5 minutes to dispatch the train, so I'm probably going to be one of the last, probably the last ride, but so, yeah, on the train now. Right, on the break run, it's 6:55, and Joker's Jinx is nearby here. So how much money do you guys bet that I can run to Joker's Jinx before the park closes? Let's see if I can actually make it out. They're still loading the train over there, but hopefully hopefully I can get out of this and then quickly get onto Joker's thing. So they're already closing the line on Wild One, and I'm on sandals right now, trying to run to Joker's thing. Oh, please tell me they didn't close the queue early. Please tell me they didn't close the queue early. I made it just a little bit too late. So the park is closed. It's kind of time to go, so unfortunately that kind of does end the day here. So I think I gotta go right on Mile 1 back row. Good as always. Yeah, probably one of the stars here. I don't know exactly which one was number 1, but it's probably one of the stars here. So in this park, probably like you see Roar, which is a much newer Roar. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath here. You see Roar, that's a much newer coaster, but honestly, like this takes takes Roar and it's like, give me that, I'm the better wooden coaster, which it is. So if you're visiting Six Flags America, prioritize Wild One. I really thought people were insane saying like Wild One's one of the best in the park. Like, I was like, they're probably insane, but turns out they were right. I don't have actually much issues with the park, but one issue I want to say, I think all Six Flags parks have this, like the Legacy Six Flags, not really Legacy Cedar Fair. I think they do great. It's kind of like before 7, like 6:55, a lot of places will close their lines, even though it's not time yet. Like, I like it at Cedar Fair where I started speaking Spanish there for a sec. What they do instead is that they close the line as soon as the park closes. So if you're like still in line, or maybe if you're just running through at 6:59 and the park closes at 7, you can still get on it. So it's a little frustrating how Six Flags kind of does that, and that a lot of Legacy Six Flags parks kind of just close off the line before they should. So, but that's just one complaint. I don't know, there's something about this park that I really, really enjoy. It is very small, but it's still a really good park, and so kind of sad to see this go. You were wrong, coaster idiot. Although those clocks are wrong, this clock is actually right. It is 7:07. And that concludes our day here at Six Flags America. Probably our first and last ever visit to the park. I think this park gets too much hate. I think there's a lot of charm to this park, especially like there's a lot of good coasters here. Like, they're not world class, but I would say they're still decent. And there's still a lot of charm here. I feel like a lot of people here care about this park. Like, yes, it's not the best, but I think of parks like Darien Lake, and when we went there, it feels like no one cared about the park. But here, there seems like people who really care about the park, and there are a lot of people here trying to support and trying to get their last few rides, getting here for the first one, maybe even last time ever. And so, yeah, I really like this park. I would actually say I probably preferred it over Darien Lake and New England, probably more to this Great Adventure. I think I just had my own one, and it was just a really, really fun park. And so I would definitely say, if you can, for the 2025 season before November 2nd, come to Bowie, Maryland for Six Flags America. Visit, get your last ride. Some of these coasters here, like Wild One, are really good. Batwing, I've heard, is a really, really good ride, even though it's closed. Superman was also closed, but I've already ridden the Clone a bit at Darien Lake. Didn't really enjoy it. I probably like Wild One better, actually. But still, yeah. There are some bad coasters. You have Skywinder, which is awful and garbage. But then you also have places like here, that Wild One. Why'd I say here? But you have places like, you have coasters like Wild One. You have Raging Cajun, which I would say is like a unique, like special one. And their water park is also really good. So don't sleep on Six Flags America. Definitely, if you can, for the 2025 season. I know a lot of people won't be able to, but if you can, visit here for the last time. It's a really, really cool park. If there was a way that we can make Richard Zimmerman, like say, we won't fire you if you say California's Great America, which I've been wearing today to represent another Baldwin Park we'll be losing, and Six Flags America, all is forgiven. But you can get rid of Darien Lake. I'm sorry if you live near Darien Lake. So That's gonna end this vlog. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Rolling North Beach episode will be next week. And I hope you'll keep chilling with the Coaster Dude. I really like my haircut. I hope someone calls it out in the comments. It's a really good haircut. You should have seen my haircut before. Right when I started the channel, that was when I had a different haircut. And when I just got my haircut like a chicken.